Dan here again with Jim, president of Humboldt Storage and Moving. Jim, here to talk to you a little bit today about moving with children. Do you have any advice or tips you could give the folks out there about moving with small children?
Yeah, funny you ask that, because before I even talk about tips, I'd like to kind of share my own kind of personal experience. I moved from an apartment to a house with a 8.5-week-old. And I tell you what, that was an interesting experience for my wife and I. We had to plan the move. We had to worry about packing. We had all these things to worry about. And the last thing we were thinking about was our baby girl in the whole process. And boy, it was interesting. We kind of disrupted, I'll say, her whole day, and created this thing around. We didn't do her naps, and we probably didn't, feed her at the right time and all that kind of stuff. So, I certainly can say that you want to try to keep your kids on their schedule, whether they're 8 weeks old or probably 8 years old. Keep them on that schedule as far as trying to, a routine is important. The other thing that we did do was we made sure that we, had the blankie and her favorite toys set aside. So that part of it we did right. The other thing that was really challenging was getting ready for the move. I got to be honest with you. Our movers came, and here I am, president of Humboldt. Movers come. I've known these guys. They come in. They did the best they could. They ended up packing stuff. They weren't supposed to pack anything because we weren't ready. We're probably your typical move. And I ended up having to go back like the next day, finishing packing a few closets that we never even touched. So it was definitely a interesting experience, and at times was a bit stressful because we hadn't taken into account some of the things with our newborn. Wow.
Well, it really sounds like the stress of moving can impact a child, more than I ever really thought.
Yeah, I think, keeping the routine, doing pre-planning, and even going to the home, apartment, whatever it might be ahead of time and making sure that you're set up. I mean, I was lucky in the regard that she wasn't obviously walking, but I was thinking back now, if she was 2 years old and we hadn't gone and done all the safety things, we would have had those issues too.
Well, it sounds like a couple of great tips to make sure that the move is stress-free for the entire family.
I'll tell you what, I learned a lot.